Welcome, folks. I am Jabby Kawai, joined by Char Kirk.
What's up?
We're finally going to be able to watch the finale of Moon Knight, Season 1. There's no title on this one yet. Anyways, if you guys are watching this on YouTube, you will see a cut-down version of our reaction because we're only allowed to show you a limited amount of picture-in-picture. However, if you want to watch the whole episode with us, the whole season with us, head over to our Patreon page, patreon.com/JabbyKawai, where you can watch the whole show with us, but you will need your own Disney Plus subscription so you can open up the show episodes in an adjacent window to our reaction, and it's like you're watching it with two of your favorite pals from the internet. Now, if you're watching this on Patreon already, thanks so much for supporting us here. If you're watching this on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button, bell icon, all notifications, and pretty please vote this up to let YouTube know you're enjoying what you're watching. By the by, if you're a fan of Halo, I know, weird segue. If you're a fan of Halo, Sintel and I have been doing reactions to the entire season. If you're on our Patreon page, you can see our reactions in full to Halo Season 1, and if you want to watch the cut-down versions, go to youtube.com/Sintel. All right, let's jump into this. Here we go. I guess we are on that journey with him. It could all be happening in his head. Oh boy.
Oh, no. Okay, we're catching up.
Well, everything we saw in the last episode could have happened in a blip.
Exactly.
Stephen Grant. Whoever else might be in there.
Nice acknowledgement.
Who wants to heal the world?
Oh. Oh, that's cool. Oh, it just grew.
Is it just me, or does it have kind of a John Williams vibe, that music?
I couldn't
The
tell
horns?
you. Perhaps.
Oh my god, buddy. What is that?
It's so scary.
I know. Just talking from her perspective.
Oh, where's he going?
To the bottom of the ocean with the Titanic.
Oh. So she's just like, well, you're dead. So I'm just gonna leave now because I have things I have to do.
I don't need to show you my papers. You need to show us your soul.
Oh, this is the thing that you saw when all the
when all of the
bodies were dropping, or all the souls were dropping into the sand. That's pretty wicked.
Yeah, and so none of these people were worthy? Except for this guy?
This is the face of a good man.
Get the bodies out of the way!
Oh. Hey, Laila. Oh, so she's good? She doesn't have any evil in her heart.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even think about that. Wow, you were quick to jump on that one. I didn't even consider that.
I mean, it's risky.
Because, like,
it's risky to be hanging around Amit.
God, you're right. I didn't think about that. That's usually, like, refrigerator logic.
Laila, wait. I am the goddess Taweret.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's Mark who's telling you to stop. What the hell is this? He's dead. And I'm talking to you through dead people right now. If he can return to life.
What do you mean, return to life?
He is and you can be my avatar. Mark says wonderful things about you.
No. I'll fight him on my own. It's time to go!
She's like, that's okay. I don't want to be any god's avatar. We're good.
I'm surprised they don't all know each other so intimately.
That's what I was about to say. Like, how has no one realized that there's some rando with, like, a face mask on? Just
Well, she did it better
out.
before, where she had, like, she was completely, like,
Yeah,
cloaked.
but look, she's right there. She's right behind him.
You know what his staff looks like? Is one of those shark grabber toys.
Oh, yeah.
Someone is trying to release Amit.
Why? Harrow.
Listened.
Now you're like, oh no.
You're judges, not warriors. doesn't need to happen.
Do you know
Quick,
which?
quick, quick,
do you know
quick,
which one it is?
How many are in there?
Oh,
lot.
so avoidable.
Why don't you free them all? Oh gosh, he killed them all.
But did he kill the gods or the just
The
the
avatars, yeah.
Okay, so the gods are preserved.
They just don't have their avatars. Oh shit. Dang.
Whoa!
Oh, I like it. She's sexy.
You have a weird definition of that word.
Hey, you know, sometimes reptiles are hot. I mean, sexy.
That
just came out wrong.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised she wasn't just like
Yeah,
for all them gods.
like everyone's free.
Time has been cruel to you.
Indeed. I cannot allow you to proceed.
There's someone else here. Find who released him.
I would be releasing all of the gods
That's what I was wondering.
just in caseies.
Just backup. Yeah.
You know? But then what if they also joined with Amit and then they'd be...
No loneliness or hurt.
What about Stephen?
He's gone, Mark. The duat has him. Please, enjoy your peace.
We need to go back for him.
Whoa.
Oh, okay.
Don't need him anymore, Mark.
So I get to go on to eternal peace and he just stays lost in the sand forever? No, I'm not good with that.
Wait! Think about this!
No more peace. Oh,
Oh, that was
that's convenient.
super easy. Barely an inconvenience. I mean, his heart took him where he wanted.
You were always there, alive, full of hope. And I tried to protect that, and I failed. I couldn't protect you.
Oh no.
You are the only real superpower I ever had.
Okay.
Well, he's sharing the whole heart with him, right?
Yeah. The best superpower of all is love, right? Oh, the heart's gone. What does that mean? They're alive?
Back inside him.
Oh, cuddles.
Stephen,
Hugs.
Yes.
Hugs all around.
you came back. What the hell's wrong with you? Well, I did a whole little speech there. I wasn't that little. You was little. Right, look.
I thought they were gonna kiss.
Go. Asshole. Now.
There's a sand tsunami coming at you. All right. Bollocks. Oh.
Let's go, come on.
Why has he got a sleepy leg?
Cyrus, you old softy! Now run!
Tell me to spare you, and I will.
I choose obliteration over mercy.
We're almost there.
Come on.
It's gonna spit the bullets out? What's it? I mean, oh, I guess his power's back, so.
Oh.
There we go.
Yep.
Here we go.
You're just walking, dude. Come on.
Are his powers less powerful in the daytime?
Mark Spector, I need your help.
Just curious about something. How's this whole new arrangement going to work then?
Even Grant, I was not speaking to you.
Yeah, all right, but we do come as like a package deal now.
I will release you both.
I like the sound of that. Now how the heck are we going to get to Cairo?
You forget, little worm. I am still the god of the night sky.
All right, you know what? I think you can take this one, Mark.
Nice. Oh my god.
How do we stop Amit?
We need more avatars than we have.
Yep.
She's crazy. I love her.
What? I'm doing this or what? I have a fabulous costume.
Oh my god. It's like she's been waiting for this moment forever. She's like, I have an avatar now.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
Followers of Amit, judge everyone.
Oh gosh. It's a massacre. Oh.
Whoa! She's like the monster in Shang-Chi. Just eating souls.
Yeah. Who are we? What are we wearing?
Whoa!
Oh, that's nice.
Very
I like
nice.
It. I like it. It's cute.
No mask.
She looks great.
Oh, dope.
That's badass. Oh my gosh. Double swords.
Oh.
Okay.
How did Khonshu get so big?
All right, Laila.
That's dope.
Okay, watch out behind you, though.
Whoa! Oh, I thought they took him out. I was like...
That was cool.
Yeah, that was cool.
Mark.
Oh, baby. I think I do.
How did you get back?
Wow, you look amazing. I'm really jazzed about showing you these new skill sets we have.
All right, show me what you got.
Yeah?
Okay, Steven.
Very nice. Very nice. Very old boy.
Oh. Whoa, okay.
Nice flare.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
He's taking all their souls? Is that?
No, it's just moving the van.
¿En qué superhero mostraya?
Well, she got through the training level real quick, huh?
Yeah. She's already a badass.
Oh, damn.
Oh, God.
With his own staff.
Yeah. What the hell? Oh, shit. Hello, Jake.
You can never contain me. I'll never stop. We cannot take the chance that Amit finds a way out. She will kill again.
You sound just like her.
Okay.
You want them dead? Do it yourself.
As you wish.
But he's a tricksy trickster. He said he would release both of them. He never indicated if he would release a Jake.
But do you believe that Khonshu and Amit are real? No. What if we disagree, Doc?
Oh, shit.
Why am I bleeding? Well, it is tempting to accept your diagnosis, Doc. We'd rather go save the world. Laters, gators.
What the hell just happened? What? Hold on. I'm... Okay.
Can't believe it worked. I can't believe you live in this frickin' mess.
Don't... What? Can someone explain to me what the hell just happened?
Yo me lo llevo.
I beg your pardon.
Tranquila, señorita, tranquila.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Who are you? Is that Jake?
That's what I was thinking.
Mark Spector truly believed that after he and I parted ways, I wanted his wife to be my avatar. Why would I ever need anybody else when he has no idea how troubled he truly is?
I told you. I did call it though, didn't I? That he was a tricksy bird.
Sure.
Who very specifically said, yes, I will free the two of you, but he didn't say, I will free all of you.
Correct.
So that was the loophole.
Right. I think you're the only one that figured that one out, Ashara.
I'm super smart. No, just kidding.
You alone. You and no one else. Not even Eric Voss could see that one coming.
Super obvious. No.
I'm
It made me feel smart. It made me feel smart, okay? Come on, you got to give me something. Not all of us can be Eric Voss level, like, super smart, whatever.
So we don't know what Jake's... Is it Jake or Jacob?
Jake. It's Jake.
Yeah, I just want to make sure I get it right. We don't know what Jake's outfit looks like, but Khonshu looks different. His outfit looks kind of like Mr. Knight.
Yeah, it does. I think Jake Lockley, they're going with that kind of classic comic book look because he has the flat cap. I thought he was supposed to be a New York cab driver, but... it was surprising with the Spanish, but I like it because it's a nod to Oscar Isaac and his roots, you know? And speaking of roots, I know it was probably a little bit like on the nose, but I absolutely loved that moment when Laila was just kicking ass and that little girl was like, are you an Egyptian superhero? And she goes, I am. And I was just like, yes, because representation matters. And like, it just made me want to cry.
In that moment, while it was obvious like that it was about representation, for me, I wasn't even thinking about that. I was just thinking about her in terms of like, you know, just being that hero. I thought that was pretty cool. It was a little bit rushed because she literally got those powers like 5 seconds ago, and now she's like super badass, whereas with Steven, he had to like really learn the ropes of who he is and uncover his over the course of time. But like you said, like she's already inherently a badass, and so I guess it sort of fits. Like instantly she can pick it up.
Yeah, perhaps it's like a confidence thing as well, because Steven wasn't really confident in himself.
Sure.
He didn't know who he was.
It makes me kind of wish that there were more episodes and it allows certain things to breathe a little bit more. Because like I kind of said this before, with it being 6 episodes, it's damn near the runtime of a movie, right? Like you could just have this be a movie instead of a 6-episode thing.
2 movies, yeah.
No, like if each episode is like really roughly 30 minutes, that's a 3-hour film, right?
Sure.
You can just cut a couple of things out, and it's basically a 3-hour movie. And they managed to cut down Doctor Strange to 2 hours and 6 minutes. So anyway, my point being is I wish that it had at least another episode or two to like flesh some of these things out a bit more. Maybe her figuring out who she is on the fly. Just give me a few more moments of that, as opposed to she's... 1 minute she's discovering that she's this avatar, and the next second she's just pop, like no, I'm discovering that I'm Spider-Man moment. You know what I mean? With Tobey Maguire, Sam Raimi, like when he's just like learning his powers for the first time. Nothing like that at all. I would have liked to have seen some of that, but I did really appreciate her outfit, the way she moved, even though it was short-lived and fleeting, like what her having to do with the dual personality of talking to her avatar through herself.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of cool. Like she had her moment like that. I wish that we got to spend a little bit more time in that space, but like everything was happening in the throes of this very momentous, like adrenaline pumping, chaotic situation, right? It's sort of clashing in my mind a little bit because Arthur's like, go find them. Where are his people looking? It didn't look like that place was that big. It's like there's the big room and then there's the back space with the gods that are trapped inside the statues. It didn't look like a mansion. So where exactly are they looking around that they can't find her while she's yapping at herself?
Well, apparently having your scales be balanced doesn't mean that you're very competent.
Sure. That's fair enough. The CGI on Amit, I had mixed feelings about. Like initially I was like, oh, that looks pretty cool. But then Amit started talking. I was like, that looks all right.
It was a little bit cartoony,
Yeah.
but I really enjoyed all the details on the costume and the idea of it. Like, she's basically just a woman with this big, nasty crocodile head, and I loved all of the like little Egyptian details and stuff. Her hair that kind of turned into her tail, I thought was a really nice touch. Just like the whole concept of her costume
conceptually,
and her
I agree with
look
you.
was really,
Yeah.
really cool. I mean, yeah, sometimes the visual effects were a little bit
Low rent. Yeah, conceptually, no, I agree with you 100%. Like, I think conceptually it worked really, really well, but it's just like the execution of it, I just wish they gave it a few more, render passes or something. Because Khonshu, I mean, obviously we spend way more time with Khonshu, but
Yeah.
he looks way better to me. Maybe it's not as complicated to, animate Khonshu as it is Amit.
Yeah, it might also be because he's a bird skeleton head as opposed to like a living crocodile head.
Yeah.
And so there's quite a bit more detail and like, the eyes and the mouth and everything having to kind of look realistic.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more difficult than just like a bird skull.
Yeah, but before I forget, some of the street action I thought was pretty cool. And
Yes.
it's stuff that I had been wanting to see for a few episodes now, ever since we got a little bit of action early on in the season. There was like long takes of Mr. Knight going at it, action-wise. I was hoping for a bit more from him because he's like, oh, I can't wait to show you my new powers. He had some Eskrima sticks. That was it. I was like, oh.
No, but
'Cause,
like
Moon Knight.
he knew how to use them this time. In what episode was it? 2?
Yeah.
When we first see him, he didn't know how to use it.
I know, but when you stack it against, Moon Knight, who's got like flying and the batarang or whatever the hell it's called when he's got the
moonerang. I don't know.
moonerang. No, well, yeah, that. But also he had this like wire thing that he shot out. He has like a whole plethora of shit to work with, and Mr. Knight's got sticks. It's like,
But he's very good at using them. I was impressed. I think Laila
you're
was
missing my point,
impressed.
Char Kirk. I'm just saying, like, if one personality has all of that, maybe the other personality has a few more things. I guess we have yet to see whether or not those powers will be restored, because I doubt that going into the next season or wherever we have, Moon Knight, I doubt it's just going to be Jake. I'm pretty sure we're going to get, more of Moon Knight and Mr. Knight back again.
Yeah, I mean, perhaps they will strike another bargain with Khonshu and just be like, hey, we need your help.
You need all three of us to have the maximum power. I was slightly disappointed at the way Arthur was taken out. Because Arthur had him right there, he was about to kill him, and then boom, 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 they did the blackout thing, and then Arthur's just like nearly dead. It's like, what the hell? Its use earlier in the season works very effectively, and there's an argument to be made about it being used here, and I can see why some, like a large group of people might find it to be effective and works. For me personally, though, I've been waiting for that moment where I see Jake do his thing. If there's any episode to allow me to see that, it was this episode. If this is like an entire season, like this is the moment where we should have gotten to see Jake just come out and do what he does, because they keep hiding it,
Perhaps that'll be in the R-rated movie. Like if they do Midnight Suns with Moon Knight or something, then they
fair
make
enough.
it R-rated. Because I think they can't actually show what Jake does because it would push this into R-rated territory.
Then push it. This is supposed to be a mature themed show anyway. Like, I just wanted to see that really badly, and I felt like I got a little bit like shortchanged there with this because they teased us with that earlier on.
I actually think it was pretty cool because, it justified everything that we had kind of been thinking and wondering about, because you kind of put the pieces together in reverse, right? Because in the beginning, like Steven, we don't know anything and he keeps blacking out and we think it's Mark. And then as we go along and we start suspecting that there's a third alter, and then it turns out to be Jake, having that moment come back. As an audience member, I felt like, I don't know, vindicated or something in a way where I was like, oh, yes, I get it now. It was Jake all along. It totally makes sense now. And it just,
Well,
I
it
don't
certainly
know.
makes more sense of that rooftop fight where Mark wasn't just straight up executing people. I had issues with that fight. I was like, how come he's not just taking them out? Because we just saw this other thing over here. Given that we have established that Jake is the, I guess, murderer of the three of them, That makes sense. Why he didn't just straight up, execute him.
Which is kind of fun because, as an audience as well, and like the characters, we are also piecing together things and making sense of it. And so by the end of the season, we're like, oh, okay, all that stuff that kind of wasn't really adding up and all those questions that I had about Mark and Steven and all that, oh, it makes sense now because it was actually Jake all along. They should just make a song. Instead of Agatha all along, it should have been Jake all along.
And so everything that Mark and Steven were going through in that afterlife sequence, that was all legit. Like, all of that was real. Because our hippo friend came through and became his girlfriend. What's his girlfriend's name again?
Laila.
So, that was all legit. You were asking how he saved Steven, and I'm guessing it had something to do with the heart.
Yeah.
Because he had completed the heart through his journey, and then, he shared it with Steven.
Yeah, and then Osiris, who is the keeper of the gate, that's his gate. I guess he was kind of like, okay, fine, I'll let you through. Because Tuaret was like, oh, you softy. And
right, she explained it.
Yeah.
In case none of us got it.
It's like, okay, he was okay with it. But I mean, she did ask him in the previous episode. I really, really enjoyed having Laila as Tuaret's avatar. I just find the character of Tuaret just delightful.
Yeah.
And then watching...
You and the rest of the internet.
Yeah, she's so freaking cute. Who knew? I mean... Yeah, I'm not going to get into it. Anyway, yeah, it was just really fun to kind of have, to force Kalamaui to play up this super peppy character and make her do that as well as playing Laila, and going back and forth was just really cute. And I love that they used the actress's voice for Tuaret to be her voice, because it was just kind of so out of place and just adorable. Yeah.
How'd you all feel about that Power Ranger fight scene, huh?
Oh, between
the Zords and Rita's monster blown up.
It really did make me think of Power Rangers. But this is something that you've talked about.
Or Pacific Rim.
Yeah. You've talked about this before in your review of, I guess, the most recent Godzilla movie.
Okay.
Where you were saying that because of the scale where they're so big, you thought that they moved too quickly.
In Godzilla.
Yeah. However, in this, they did not do that.
Yeah, they moved slower,
Yeah, they were like...
Well, I mean, them moving slower gives it a sense of scale. It gives it that scope of whoa, they're huge.
Yeah.
And that works. It's just, I was a little bit perplexed because Amit's eating all these souls, like the Soul Eater in Shang-Chi, right?
Yeah.
And then suddenly Khonshu just scales up and you're like, well, the moon's full. I'm like, okay. All right. Cool. Maybe what I was hoping for was more damage, because every time you watch every Power Rangers episode, every Pacific Rim movie and show, every time Godzilla shows up, it's it just wreaks havoc on the city. Whatever this battle is just decimating the entire city. I think we needed a little bit of that. Get them away from the pyramids if you were trying to preserve that. And just wreak havoc on all the buildings, right?
Well, because the pyramids are in the middle of the desert. They can just wreak havoc on the dunes.
That's not interesting. That's not destructive. You need something destructive because that also assists with the scaling of everything, right?
Sure.
And so I just wanted more of that, I suppose. And then they push them into a skyscraper or something. I don't know. That would have been interesting to see that, and
carnage.
Maybe it's too complicated, too high budget for what they're aiming for here. But if our heroes on the ground level had to step into the fight a little bit to save people that were getting caught in the middle of all that fighting,
sure,
that might have been interesting. I don't know. Because if it was just two very discrete fights happening at the same time, I'm like, okay. It would have been a creative endeavor, to interweave those, but maybe that's too expensive. Or that's more just Marvel cinema level, like the actual movies.
Sure.
You know what I mean? That's just kind of where I thought it might be going. But I did enjoy some of those ground level action sequences, and whoever the stunt performers were doing all those crazy flips and whatever, I was trying to look at the list of stunt names. I didn't recognize anybody, at least at a glance, but whoever was doubling Moon Knight and Mr. Knight was doing a fantastic job with the movement and whatnot. That's one of the advantages of that costume. Being fully masked is you don't have to have Oscar Isaac necessarily in there doing all the fighting. You just need his voice, and you buy into it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I did wonder about Laila, doing her fight scenes and whatnot. I'm like, oh, she doesn't get a mask. It's she doesn't get a katana or Mortal Kombat mask.
She's too beautiful. You just want to see her beautiful face and her great hair, just rah.
She looked pretty hot. I'm not gonna lie. She looked pretty good in that outfit.
Especially when the wings came out, because when she comes out in the outfit, it was like, oh.
Yeah, they did more with that outfit than Wonder Woman did in 1984.
Yeah.
Like they
That was
used
actually useful.
Yeah, that outfit was actually useful. They did it properly. I thought that was pretty dope. So anyway, enjoyed this, and hopefully you guys did too. Do let us know your feelings in the comments below. Subscribe if you haven't already. Please hit that bell icon, all notifications, and vote this. What am I doing this for?
Vote me up.
Vote this up to let YouTube know you're enjoying what you're watching. I'm Jabby Coy. This is
Achara Cook.
Peace out.